I mean, the Cloud's bows are. Is his arrow auto-relics?
Allow me to fix that. Between us, to reach out our hands in friendship so we can open our true hearts to one another. That's how we win!
So, is the implication Nemesis the one keeping his army alive? I thought the Nemesis, when Nemesis got resurrected, all of his soldiers got resurrected. So, like, if he dies, then
historians will refer to this
why would his
as the
army
new dawn
die?
of Fódlan. Of that, I have no doubt. It's up to you now, Teach. As for my path,
a rising flame was alight as the flow of time carved a new history for Fódlan. The ambitions of the fell king Nemesis were crushed, averting what could have been the greatest crisis in the history of Fódlan. After 5.5 years of war, a new age was set to begin. Country, faith, history, all that had once formed the order of the world was wiped clean. The heroes whose very hands saved Fódlan from a dark fate commenced with the building of a new society. The leaders of this new, unified Fódlan began their walk down a seemingly endless path, one towards a world that would cherish differences in race and belief, one where all life would be valued equally. Those leaders clung to the hope that their path would not end with Fódlan, that it would someday span the seas to Dagda and beyond the throat to Elmyra.
Professor,
Hold on, we gun.
We have. I can feel that the crests are no longer a part of me.
Oh.
That must mean my body will.
Oh, so it just shows you giving up her crest. In the Lawrence one, it just says Lawrence basically like worked really hard to get rid of her fixing condition. It doesn't tell you how. So if you choose like that, you get this. Okay, that's cool. Can't you for sure, but we can hope.
Thank you, Professor. No matter the outcome, I feel a sense of peace. I have hope, and that hope will carry me through it all. You've done so much, searching for a way to remove my crest, to save me. I can't tell you how much it means to me.
So, what will you do now?
I will not claim my title. House Ordelia will end with my father's generation. After this, I'm going to begin preparations for our family's dissolution. This will ensure that the people of our territory will not be troubled, and my parents will be able to live out their lives in peace.
And after that?
A good question. I hadn't considered it, but assuming I have life left in me, Would it be alright if I came back here? To stay by your side? Without my crests, I'm not sure what all I'd be able to do for you. But you have given me a new life. I want to use my time to support you however I can. I just...
Listen, dear, I want you to have this.
Oh, is this... This is...
I've been waiting for your safe return.
What I said earlier about not caring what the outcome of all this is, I take it back. For the longest time, I didn't think I'd be around to be a part of the future you and everyone were creating. That I had no place in it. But now, I cannot fight it any longer. I do care, and I do not wish to give up on chasing that future. I do not wish to die. I refuse to give up on myself or on our future. And so, I promise to come back to you, no matter what. Once I'm back...
Oh, this photo makes her look like a child. I hate that. I hate that. We'll chase our future together. Yeah, this looks like, makes her look like a child.
The sound of that. Together. It is decided. We will be together forever. Living long, full lives. Count on it, my love.
It's not that anything, like, it's her eyes squinting about to cry, and her, like, face at that angle makes her look like she has, like, baby fat. Yeah, she looks like a child to me. I'm sorry. I hate that. Okay, so that was Verdant Wind. We can read about the ending later. It is what it is. I played this game already. This is my like 5th playthrough of the game. If you count like the church route, this is like 6th time I played through the game. So the story, I'm familiar with the story, so I'm not gonna delve like to the story at all. What I will say is about myself, my analysis on the, I said I made like a huge mistake on the game. I basically tried on the first half of the game. I didn't try really hard to recruit any enemies, recruit any like classmates, my students. What am I saying? I didn't try really hard to recruit students, and the reason why I didn't do that, I will say it later. So I only recruit like Felix and Dorothea, and I didn't recruit anybody else. What you should do on the first part of the playthrough is you should train about a bunch of your staff to try to recruit as many party members as possible, and I didn't do that. So in the second half, like 3 chapters into it, people are hitting their A ranks, and I have like basically half of the part 2. I just don't have anything to do. And I don't have any like green missions because I didn't recruit a lot of people either. So yeah, that's really bad. That was a huge mistake I made, which was a rookie mistake. I shouldn't have done that. And there's like 2 reasons I feel like why that happened. The first one is that when I was playing this game the first time, I kind of, because this is my second playthrough of the Golden Deer route, the Verdant Wind route, I kind of just tried win on old habit. And I was like, yeah, I don't have to work really hard to recruit them. Like, we're playing Golden Deer, I'm playing Golden Deer. Everybody's gonna drop super easily. Well, they don't. The only reason why I played why the first time I played Golden Deer, I got a lot of character recruit, is because I was playing on New Game Plus and I have like really good stats. So that's why I got like a lot of people. And so on this one, I didn't try really hard and I got like nobody. So that's one reason. The second reason is I feel like the Golden Deer class is kind of weak on part 1. So I had to like train them really hard on like bunch of battles and stuff, so they could actually kill people. On hard mode, like I was struggling a little bit on the on part 1. So I think that's one of the other reasons. Unable to stay any longer, since nearly left the church. He was pursuing to stay, however, to assist the rebuild the monastery. He helped maintain thanks to his older Work ethic, the Officers Academy was able to reopen a few years later, which means students took reception officers found himself among them. Yeah, he joins the as a student. Once all the fighting has come to an end, Alice officially took the position of captain of Knights of Cerberus. In this capacity, he was much beloved, and the Knights become more unified and ever under his command. It is said that he conquered during the 10 years or beyond in that Gerald's troop has achieved. Flame disappeared soon after the war, and over time was but forgotten she had even existed many long years later. However, a young woman resurfaced, completely transformed Fódlan. She looks at the man who stood beside her. She wanted to be alright, and that era to call him father. Sedis remained the monastery and worked to restore the authority of the Church of Ceros, still in his strictness. He adopted Tom's stand towards law. He's encouraging the respect of those other faiths, help the people of Fódlan to find some common ground. You were in 5 battles? No, you were Argentine. Maola left the Garreg Mach to build her own academy in a small war-torn town. There, she contributed heavily to rebuilding efforts while teaching future generations the necessary skill to self-survive. Though she never married or had children of her own, she spent the last years of her life heavily devoted to her student. You didn't marry Hanneman, huh? Shemiya. Shortly after the war, Shemiya gave up the monastery life and disappeared, though she was never heard of again. Rumors swirling persisted for years. The master archer, Steve, who lined her policies by shaking out all those who preyed upon innocents. You didn't go Lezal with Catherine, huh? In this one, Catherine led the Knights of Ceros and the travel across Fódlan. The center branding in hand, she wandered in the country, seeking always to defend the innocents and punish the weak. She many years heroic and ensured she could always be remembered the people as beloved folk hero. And as business savvy provided great assets in this post-war reputation of Garreg Mach. Once the restoration was complete, she disappeared from the area entirely. Though tales of a mysterious merchant were passed beyond every corner of the world. Of centuries come, some say she continued traveling to this day, internally peddling her wares, you may search for the next opportunity. What? Did you marry her? What? After the war, Hanneman stayed in touch and deepened their friendship? Okay, no. Though later, when Hanneman's crisis research fell in hard times, Marianne was able to secure Margaret Edmonds' financial support that allowed his work to continue. The research bore fruit in the form of magic tools, which could be used even without aid of quests, and that funding to those tools received great numbers. After Marianne inherited her father's house, she guided Hanneman to create a bunch of research development, peaceful recognition of Christology. Okay. Yeah, they didn't marry. Or did you marry Felix? Even after the war ended, skirmish continued to break across Fódlan. On learning that there was still a place where he could fight, Felix abandoned the noble title and chose to make a living, which is sorely traveled to the land, and some years found himself in the Embar. He encountered Dorothea, who had just resumed her career as songstress in the area. From that time on, no matter how far Felix traveled, he always found himself drawing back to the opera house. It said when Dorothea saw his face in the crowd, she sang only for him. They definitely hooked up. Once all the fighting was over, Happy and Cousin set all together and journeyed across Fódlan. They toured the land of the Lake, which Washington comes together, and after the war, they helped the rebuilding efforts here and there, and the magic and the signs. When they wondering were done, they returned to the Garreg Mach, in which they also lend their talents, both to the ground. It says they remain live to the doers, so they can sing forever after. Okay. After the war, you return to the underworld. Sometimes after soon to continue to do the market, he happened having done Byleth, so it become beyond his luck that he had collapsed in the alley. You would help Byleth back to his feet, and work as bodyguard. While Byleth first accepted just to goodbye, he came to enjoy the lifestyle so much that he remains Yuri's side for the rest of his days. Then the word Kingpin and in download King of Grappling, etc. Impressive on the okay. That's way too fast, man. Ava returned to his hometown to serve the Legion Lord as a knight and spent his spare time helping in his family had opened during this time. He was compelled to give up knighthood and manage in full time. However, her sister suddenly declined to her ambition to become the artist and vanished. Years later, when she finally returned, she also did so accompanied by another artist, her husband, Ignaz. Yeah, I know this one. As a cheerful supporter of Raphael's family, yeah, I know that they know. Did you marry Leonie? What? After the new herald of the House of Colossus, Lawrence first worked to restore his own territory, and then expand his vision, including full reforms of Fódlan. At the height of his story political career, he announced his marriage to Leonie, but became a renowned mercenary and chose to come back to the shocked public, who could not see the pair in common. But those who know them say that due to the strength of the bond they hold the 14 war. As a ruling couple, they use their vast talent, the new age of prosperity. Oh, right, you want to child. Okay, that makes sense. Interesting with future Fódlan, his friend, Cloud left her married to his place at the throne. His family saw that he had grown strong, allowed him to claim his birthright. When he became king several years later, he made the surprise announcement that he could make Helda his queen. Having studied with her brother to prepare for this moment, Helda demonstrated uncanny talent in diplomacy and great contribution to the establishment of friendship with the Fódlan and Mara. The presence of Fódlan born queen to the generation did not be altered Mara's value. Oh god, okay. Did not think Lawrence was gonna marry Leonie. Basil announced his engagement to Lysithea shortly after becoming leader of the Kingdom of Fódlan. Before officially led, she returned home, helping her father restore Odelia territory and the funding of the government directly to the new kingdom. Once the host Odelia went older, Lysithea finally married and became queen. Even without her crest, she proved more than capable of ruling, applying these great insight and intelligence towards Verdant Fódlan. With rebuilding effort completed, the couple and their children enjoyed long lives. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I made a mistake during this playthrough. Hopefully, like, I would remember if I ever come back to this game, which I'm pretty sure I will. I still want to do, like, a Black Eagle playthrough at some point, because when I first played the Black Eagle, I didn't recruit anybody, I just used the Black Eagle crew, right? I didn't try to recruit anybody, because I want to see, like, Edelgard take, and the Black Eagles taking out everybody else. And if I ever play again, I kind of want to see, like, if Edelgard try to, like, convince as many people as possible to join Edelgard. Yeah. Quick ending, I see. Felix and Dorothea getting married is not that surprising to me, because I'm pretty sure in some ending, like, I know that. Marianne, like, and, I mean, Marianne didn't marry, Hanneman, but, you know. I'm surprised that Shamir and Cass, I guess I didn't max out the support. I'm surprised Shamir and Catherine didn't wind up together. So, I know, Raphael's sister married Ignaz, right? I know that. I picked Lysithea so she's cured and she's fine. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised, how the marriage club, because I'm pretty sure, like, that's a given. I'm surprised Lawrence married the Leonie. In my, like, ending that I predicted, I thought Marianne was gonna marry Lawrence. And, Leonie is gonna be, like, a mercenary out there somewhere, doing something. But no, like, Lawrence married, Leonie for some reason. Which, you know, cool. I'm not gonna play Black Eagle. I don't know when I'm gonna come back to this game to play Black Eagle, but the next Fire Emblem game is gonna be Fire Emblem's not Awakening, not Engage. What's the name? Like Fortune's Wheel. Yeah, Fortune's Wheel. That's the next Fire Emblem game I'm gonna be playing. I'm gonna be playing that game when it comes out. Not when it comes out, because it comes out like 2 days before I have to go on family vacation for 2 weeks. So I'm gonna be shooting that game a little later than than its release, probably sometimes in mid-August, October. But it will be fine, because I will go back to back, because I think that game has 4 routes. From what I understand, the game has 4 different routes you can take. I'm gonna do all 4 routes back to back. So yeah, there's that. But I'm going to do that one for the first route, and then do like New Game Plus to try to do the other routes, and then like go back to the game at some point later to do like the other routes, and just start fresh to do the other routes. Okay, so I think I'm good for I'm good. Like I said, I played this game like this is my 6th playthrough of the game. I'm not gonna sit through the quests anymore because yeah, you know. All right. If you're watching this on Twitch, follow me on Flight recently. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave likes and like give me one. If you want to watch it live on Twitch, I'll leave the channel link down in the descriptions. See you guys all next time. Goodbye.